Hey there, my queen, kings, and things. This is your girl, Queen Dee Dee. Yep, what Dee Dee said it. I'm coming to you because guess what? The video that I just showed you. Yep, Queen Dee Dee, what Dee Dee said it. I'm coming to you today with a very light heart. I mean, it's still hurtful. It's still hurt. But I think we finally got a little bit of justice on an update from one of our cases that we actually did a video on 1 month ago. This is the case of the white man that brutally raped and killed 3-year-old Josephine Cunningham. And I just want to bring just a little piece of the video that I initially ran 1 month ago. Listen in. Like this to come for. Why a 3-year-old can't get it up? He won't even keep his head up. Wonder why. I wonder how is he really gonna live in prison? How is he gonna live in prison? Like, who's going to entertain him other than them putting him in a prison facility that got other beasts and monsters just like him? Sounds like something they'll do. Sounds like a plan, don't it? They'll take him somewhere, even though our 3-year-old baby girl, Josephina Cunningham, even though she couldn't escape, she didn't have a choice. She couldn't even fight back. So they would take this animal and they will put him with the rest of the animals. I mean, not take him off this earth, because I find it so weird that if a dog or a certain animal bites you and you contract rabies or something like that and it's malicious, I mean, how easy is it for us to put an animal to sleep? Why this animal don't get to sleep that way? Why don't he get to permanently leave our earth? I mean, sometimes it seems like the law, our judicial system, fails us. You're telling me this is not a federal charge. So he has to do 85% of his time, and then he get to trollop his fat ass in our society again? That's not even day for day. So in about 17 years, he get to come home and register as a sex offender, lose some weight, cut his hair, grow his hair, put it in a ponytail, give him a mohawk, stamp a cross on his forehead, makes people think that he's into the church, get to dress like a transgender now to get to go in the bathrooms with others. You mean stuff like that? Something is wrong. This isn't right.
Violated her in a way that people shouldn't have to think about.
Now for the update. We had an animal that was put to sleep. May he rest in hell.
Brand new at 5, Rensselaer police say they are not surprised that Robert Fisher died at the Elmira Correctional Facility this week.
That breaking update was first on 13 last night. Fisher only spent a few weeks behind bars after he was just convicted of murdering and raping little Josephina Cunningham. She was just 3 years old.
News Channel 13's Tessa Bentulin is now here live with us to share what police told her today. Tessa.
Hi, Rachel and Steve. Well, the Rensselaer police chief says they were informed about Fisher's death, but they're in the dark when it comes to how Fisher died. That's being investigated by the Department of Corrections and Community Services. Police Chief Warren Famigletti says it's a difficult situation for everybody involved because of the trauma this horrific death has for the family and the investigators who worked closely on this case. Hearing about Fisher's death brings that trauma back for so many. Fisher's death comes 6 weeks after he was just sentenced to 20 years to life in prison for Josephina Cunningham's death. He pled guilty to raping and killing little Josephina, here on your screen, in Rensselaer in July 2023. The details of Josephina's attack are horrific. In court, we learned Fisher drugged Josephina before raping her, then tried to cover it up, and what he'd done by taking Clorox wipes and scrubbing her face. He scrubbed her face so hard that he burned the pigment right off her face. Chief Famigletti says he wants to make sure everyone knows of the terrible things Fisher did to Josephina.
Did you expect this death to come?
We didn't not expect it, right? It's a horrific crime. Everybody knows what he did. So we didn't expect him to have a smooth time in prison.
Coming up live at 6 o'clock, the conversation a Rensselaer police investigator had with Josephina's father after learning about Fisher's death. Rachel and Steve.
It's just an awful story, Tessa. Thank you so much.
Rensselaer police say they are not surprised that Robert Fisher died at the Elmira Correctional Facility this week.
I don't think nobody was really surprised. I mean, we pretty much, did we call it? Did we get our justice? Did we get our peace? We still can't rest easy because little Josephina is gone. But one thing about it, she's not alone. And at least we know she went to heaven, and then the other one went straight to hell. This was horrific. But the greater part about it is there was justice for the family. They're not going to be at peace, but I hope that they sleep a little bit better knowing at least he's not just off the street. We don't have to share the same air. We don't have to continue to put, after brutally raping, murdering, using bleach, Clorox, pads, and whatever you use to scrape the pigment off of her, at least we don't have to continue to support you by paying our taxes, and your little fat ass get to keep eating, you get to keep drinking, and then you stick your middle finger up at us because you still being taken care of by us, including her family. There's no sense in me beating this horse with any kind of hay, because hey, he's gone now. I mean, I don't know how thankful I want to be, but I'm very thankful that he's no longer here. I guess there are good reasons to have prisoners, because when the judges don't do the judicial system the correct way, sometimes we have another set of people or judges that'll give the right sentence. I mean, because a sentence of, I don't even know why they came with this old foolery. 20 years to life. No, goddamn it, he got 20 years. Stop trying to get the story and spin it around so people don't talk about, 20 years. No, we're already talking about 20 years. The judge gave this guy 20 years for brutally raping and killing a black 3-year-old toddler. Justice has been prevailed. Thank y'all, my queen, kings, and things. This is your girl, Queen Dee Dee. With Dee Dee said it, I'm going to go ahead and sip me some of this Kool-Aid. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you don't do anything else, I say get to know me.
Reaction tonight to the death of a man who admitted to raping a young girl in Rensselaer County last year before killing her.
A family member and law enforcement officer who worked on the case wanted justice to be served. News 10 ABC's Karina Dominguez speaking with them today to find out if they feel that it was. Karina?
This man, Robert Fisher, admitted to raping and murdering 3-year-old Josephina Cunningham. The egregious crimes were committed in Rensselaer County. Fisher had been at the Elmira Correctional Facility for less than a month when officials confirmed he died in prison. We heard reaction from her brother and the Rensselaer police chief.
I just miss hearing her voice.
Robert Fisher drugged, raped, and murdered 3-year-old Josephina Cunningham last year. He admitted to the crimes in July. He had been in Elmira Correctional Facility since September 22nd. He was pronounced dead early Tuesday morning, just 1 month later. Josephina's brother, Jaquan Stewart, shared with me how he learned the news.
I was working at Spirit Halloween. I was on my cash register, and he called me out of the blue, and I told my boss I had to go take this call, and it was Israel from the U.S. Sun. I stayed at work. My heart was pacing, and I was kind of sweaty. I was really shocked. I was in shock.
Shocked, but also feeling a strange sense of justice.
It's kind of weird, you know. Last year he murdered Josie. She died. You know, he's dead. It's kind of hard to like really grasp it a little bit. It's just really some things that doesn't really make sense, really. But I was originally trying to pursue the death penalty, and this happened unexpectedly.
Yeah, obviously there's some comfort in knowing that no matter what, now he'll never get out.
Rensselaer Police Chief Warren Famigletti says this case had a lasting impact on everyone involved.
Some closure for our people, just to say, like, now maybe everybody can heal. You know, he's not around anymore, so we firmly believe that the city, the residents, our vulnerable population, like our children, certainly are safer without him out in public. So I think it was just something we put out that I thought people would want to know.
Famigletti says it was the first time in his career he saw something like this.
With everybody involved, I just want to commend the hard work, and everybody did a great job. It's a horrific case, but ultimately it has probably the best possible ending it could have.
As of right now, Fisher's cause of death has not been made public. Anyone struggling in the wake of this case should seek out resources through the Healthy Alliance program. Reporting in studio, Karina Dominguez, News 10 ABC.
Okay, my queen kings and things. There you have it.